from there, she was just so good at making all these spreadsheets and stuff. I was like, this is really good. I definitely want to like hire her. I was thinking about I was like, maybe I should hire her full time so that she could really start working for us. And so then she started doing the cold calling, and she started doing just half a day cold calling. And then the other half of the day, she was building the list. That's her job, really. That was her job, is like the first half of the morning calling, and the second half of the morning building the list. Okay. And so from there, she started getting all these leads. And, I only pay her $7 an hour. That's it, $7 an hour. And she started out the first week, I think I paid her like $100. And, now she works full time, and I pay her like less than $300 a week. And she creates the list. She she builds the list, right? How does she build the list? Do you want to know how she goes onto Google Maps, and she looks on Google Maps to build lists? Okay. And excuse me. So, and then after, is she single? That's funny. And she's married and she's got kids. But she started building the list. And then she started calling, and now she has 3 deals that she's working on for for 2 of my students. So, and this is all just in like a couple of months' time, right? So it took a good, first we would just do like small tasks for a couple of weeks. And then she started building the list, and then we started training her on the calling. And she's only been working with me now, maybe for like 3 months at the most. But she's already working on 3 deals and like putting offers in on deals. So I can get into that, like the process for that in just a minute. But essentially my whole point is that all I did was go onto Upwork and made a post of some tasks that I know I don't want to do, but I need them to be done. And I paid a couple of dollars for those to be done. And then I tested out other projects on this person. And then I decided that this person was somebody that I wanted to hire. Right. And now she's part of the team, and she's rocking and rolling. And she is actually the reason why, honestly, she's the reason why Storage Nerds acquisition started. Because it was like, oh, wow, like I could really train this person to come in and do the sales and like call. And so we call the people that we work for us, we call them acquisition specialists. And their job is to make 1 offer a week. Their job is to make 1 offer a week, which doesn't sound like a lot, but the truth is that making an offer is actually quite a lot of work. Because if you think about this, right? If you think about it, you have to build the list or get a list from somewhere. You have to build the list. And then you have to call. And then after you call, let's say that you call, and actually the way that their week looks, just so you have an idea of how it works, is on their job is to make 1 offer a week. Okay, so that means on Mondays and Tuesdays, they are hustling and bustling and calling and trying to get a hot lead that somebody wants to have an offer on. And when they call, and what Chris's job is, Chris is my acquisitions manager, which is really now my like lead trainer. What his job is to really help them on the phone, because essentially they're just like, people from a different country trying to call people in America, and if you know how that is, that's hard in itself, right? And try to talk to them. And then on top of that, try to talk to an owner and try to get them to want to get an offer, that's like a lot of work. That's a lot of training, right? So Chris's job is to really work with this person to be able to talk to people on the phone and strangers on the phone and get them to want to get data. Because when I call, people want to talk to me. When Chris calls, people want to talk to me. But when like some stranger calls, it has like an accent. A lot of people don't want to talk to you, right? So anyway, so that's what he's doing. And so their job is really like Mondays and Tuesdays, they're calling. And their job is to find somebody that wants an offer. All right. And then once they find somebody that wants an offer, They have to get all the information from them in order for us to be able to make an offer.